We used to live a certain way. Now we live a different way. I may have shared the story before of when I first adjusted to a new culture, and that was coming to this country. I was born in Guatemala. I lived there for 8 years, went to a boarding school for missionary kids, lived in El Salvador for 1 year, went to a 2-room schoolhouse, 1st through 5th grade in one classroom, 6th through 9th in the other classroom. Moved to Costa Rica and went to a bilingual school where you had to be able to speak Spanish and English, and the teacher got to choose which language to use to teach. So you had to be fluent in both, and then you had to learn a third language. So when you graduated from that school, you knew 3 languages. That was my last school before coming to this country. And before service, I met Bobby, I met Briley, I met Noah, met a few others back there. Several of them are 15 years of age, 16, 17. I was 16 when I came to the United States. And I remember going to high school in Bourbonnais, Illinois. I remember my educational background was all in Latin America, these different kinds of schools. And I made my way to the high school, and I found my classroom before the bell rang, and I walked into the classroom, and I found a chair and a seat and a desk, and I took my place, and the bell rang. And the teacher walked into the classroom, and I did what I had done for 10 years in my educational experience. The teacher walked into the classroom, and I stood up. And all the other kids sat down. And I looked around and said, I am not in Guatemala anymore. Something is different here. And I went through an experience called culture shock.